Welcome to this episode of Heffron on History. Today we're going to talk about the communication revolution, and we are going to talk about what inventions caused a dramatic increase in the speed of communications. Next on Heffron on History. You should take out your spirally notebook, turn to a shiny new page in your spirally notebook, and you should write this down. So let's say you're on the East Coast and you want to communicate with someone on the West Coast. What are your options, right? So it is, let's say, 1804, and this group of people are going to go explore the journey to the West Coast, see if they can find a fast and efficient way of getting there. So they are going to spend a couple years in boats traveling. Now, they're not moving at a fast rate of speed, right? They're not trying to deliver a message. Well, they are trying to deliver a message now that I think about it. They are trying to deliver a message to the Indians that, hey, there's somebody else who owns this land now. Be prepared, right? But it's going to take them years to get to the West Coast. Well, couple years have passed, and now the Oregon Trail is on this journey. They're no longer in boats. Now they're in wagons. You should draw this pretty picture. Please don't feel inferior if your drawing abilities are not up to mine. I am an artiste. But they are on wagons. Oh, I'm running out of room. And they're being pulled by oxen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My drawing ability is not all that great today. Right? And it's going to take them months to make this journey. Around 1860, and it only lasted for a very short time, 1860, 1861, we had this thing called the Pony Express. And it is a series of men on horseback who have a mail sack, right? They have letters, and their job is to go as fast as you can, as far as you can, and as they're going across the country, there's a bunch of them in sequence. So one rider would ride for a length of time, and then he would stop. They'd hand off the mail bag to the next rider, who would then take off. Fresh rider, fresh horse, and they would take that journey. But it only takes a couple weeks to get a message across the country. This is on a horse. You should draw a pretty picture of a horse. Right? So they are riding horses as fast as you possibly can. Well, in, let's see, it was 1837, a man by the name of Samuel Morse invented a machine called the telegraph. And the telegraph is a wired device. So it has wires that connect it. And what you would do is you would send a message. I don't know how well you can hear this. A series of dots and dashes. I could have a telegraph machine in New York, and there could be another one in San Francisco, and the message is going to get to San Francisco immediately. So let's say in this scenario, let's say the Oregon Trail scenario, I need to get a message to my sister that my grandmother is dying, and maybe she should come visit me, right? It's going to take months. Pony Express is going to take a couple weeks. Now it's instant. There's an asterisk that goes with this because it takes maybe a day. Once the message gets there, the telegraph operator has to write it down and then has to get it to you. So they may put it in your mailbox. They may deliver it, I guess, depending on where you are. Sometimes they would deliver it. Sometimes you had to go to the post office and get it. But that's the way it works. A day is a whole lot faster than months or years or even weeks. And then, of course, Alexander Graham Bell, 1876, invented Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. And now you can actually talk to somebody. I can actually talk to somebody. So in the scenario of the Oregon Trail, I want to get a hold of my sister. My grandma's dying, right? Hey, sis, you should probably come visit grandma's on her last legs. You should probably come visit. Well, my sister's not even going to get the message until, grandma's dead and in the ground, right? She's been buried. By the time my sister can get back here, it's way too late. There's a tombstone. The weeds are growing over it already, for gosh darn sakes. Pony Express, couple weeks. Going to get the message in a couple weeks. Maybe my sister can reply with a message, send it back through the Pony Express, and maybe grandma's still around to see the message. Maybe not. With the telegraph, if I want to get a message to my sister, I can send it immediately. And my sister can get it immediately and send a message to be read to grandma as she's dying on her deathbed. And now with the invention of the telephone, my sister can actually talk to grandma. The speed of communication is astronomically improved during the Industrial Revolution, and this is so important. Can you imagine what it's like to have to communicate with somebody, and it takes hours, days, weeks, months, years to get a reply? Drives my wife crazy. I turn when I'm teaching, right? I turn the ringer off on my phone, so I don't get a message until the end of the day when I turn my phone back on. It drives my wife crazy because she can't communicate with me. Of course, she could call the school if there's an emergency, and they'll patch her through into my classroom. But my gosh, the phone. We are so used to instant communication. Imagine what life was like before the Industrial Revolution. You were stuck with years to get a letter to your friends and your family and your business colleagues and your neighbors. Months with the Oregon Trail. This still I have to put a letter in that wagon. It takes months to get there. There is no faster way. Pony Express a little bit faster. Telegraph a whole lot faster. Telephone, instant. So let's recap the communication revolution. What used to take months to get a message across the country, with the Pony Express, it only takes a couple weeks. With the invention of the telegraph, thanks to Samuel Morse, it only takes seconds. But there's an asterisk there because you still have to retrieve the message. You either have to go to the telegraph office or the telegraph operator has to bring the message to you. So it may take a day, but a day is a whole lot better than weeks or months. And then with Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone, I can actually speak to somebody now. Hello, are you listening to me? Hello, Billy's mommy. Yes, in my class right now. What is he doing? Well, he's wandering around my classroom. I don't know why. Sit down. Yes, we should have a parent-teacher conference. Thank you. Thanks to Alexander Graham Bell, I can speak to your mummies directly. And then, with the invention of the cellular device, now I can take the phone with me. This is tethered to the wall. It's attached to the wall. I can't take it anywhere. This I can take anywhere. I can take a cellular device anywhere with me, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. This, of course, is an older one. This doesn't have a camera on it. So all the aspects of a cellular device that use a camera, from video calls to recording messages to tickety-tock and snappity-grap and instady-gram and farcity-book and all that stuff doesn't work with this kind of cell phone, but your cell phone that you have in your pocket right now has all of those capabilities. And it's the communication revolution. Until next time, Heffron on History.